I think LeBron has two or three more years of being the best player in the league. So 39, he'll be the best player. And then maybe 2 more years of being a top 7 player. And maybe he gets it a year, and maybe he plays 1 more year after that. So 42 years old, I think he plays till 42. And by the time he's 42, Bronny will be 22. So I think he will get a chance to play with Bronny. I think he plays till he's 42. I think he becomes the all-time leading scorer. I think he becomes top 5 in assists. And I think he wins 2 more championships and ties Jordan and ties Bill Russell for the most finals appearances. And I think he wins 1 more MVP in that span, giving him 5. And I think he goes down as the best basketball player ever. Now that's obviously a lot to do in 6 years, but I think he can do it. I think he can. It's tough to do. So I mean, I could easily be wrong here. Like, I've never had a prediction more bold than this. But anyway, back to Wilson being frustrated with the Seahawks. Wilson has been sacked 394 times in 9 years. So he's being sacked about 44 times a year. And he was sacked 47 times this year, which is 3rd most in the league to Wentz and Watson. I mean, this is a terrible situation. He has every right to be frustrated with them. He has more reason than Rodgers does to be frustrated. Because the Seahawks, here's what they have. They have a top 5, top 7 wideout. They have a great defense. I think there were 5 games where they allowed less than 20. But they have a terrible O-line, and they have no other receivers other than Lockett. They have no other receivers other than Metcalf, except for Lockett, who was quiet in the second half of the year. You know, while Rodgers has a top 3 O-line, a solid defense, and the best wideout. Problem is, he has no other wideout. He does need another edge rusher, that defense, and another corner. So, that's what I would switch up if I were Green Bay. Alright, so how far are we into this podcast? Because I'm on my last topic, sorry. That was terrible. I'm on my last topic, no. 33 minutes? Okay, so this is going to be over 45. I'm going to be cut off probably. Because, I have a lot to talk about. So first thing I'm going to do my, predictions for the records, my record predictions. Then I'm going to do awards. Then I'm going to do the playoff prediction. So, let's get some music going here. Alright, hold on. Let me just get my... Alright, here we go. So, the NFC East, I think there's going to be a 3-way tie here. I think the football team wins it at 10-6. Or no, 9-7. I think the Giants and Eagles all come second with 9-7, and I think the Cowboys go 8-8. I think the Eagles surprise people this year. I don't know why. I just have a gut feeling they're going to surprise. I think Jalen Hurts is going to do something good. I don't know. I forget. Is there a 17-game season? Because, I mean, I have these written down as if it were a 17-game season. I don't know. NFC North. Packers go 12-4. Bears go 9-7. Vikings go 8-8. Lions go 4-12. NFC South. Bucks go 11-5 again. Saints go 8-8. Falcons go 7-9. Panthers go 6-10. NFC West. Now this was so tough. So the Niners win it at 13-3. I'm just gonna give my 17-game predictions. All right, Giants, Eagles, football team 10-7, Cowboys 9-8, Packers 13-4, Bears 9-8, Vikings 9-8, Lions 4-13, Bucks 12-5, Saints 9-8, Falcons 7-10, Panthers 5-12, and now the NFC West. Niners 13-4, Cardinals, Seahawks, and Rams tie for 11-6. Now on the AFC side of things, Bills go 14-3. Dolphins go 11-6. Sorry, that's an ad. Pats go 9-8, and Jets go 8-9. AFC North, the team with 3 playoff teams. Browns go 12-5. Ravens go 12-5. Bengals go 7-10. Steelers go 6-11. AFC South, Titans go 12-5. Colts go 11-6. Jaguars go 5-12. Texans last 4-13. AFC West, Chiefs go 14-3. Chargers go 10-7. Raiders go 9-8. And Broncos go 6-11. Now we're going to hand out the awards here. Defensive Rookie of the Year, I'm going to give it to Zaven Collins. Zaven Collins is, hold on. I wrote down why I think, sorry, damn it, where did I write it down? I wrote down these, I had what probably was right. Shoot. Alright, here we go. So I said Zaven Collins. Here's why I said Zaven Collins. Zaven Collins is the linebacker from Tulsa Golden Hurricane. From Tulsa, basically. Darius Leonard is the only recent linebacker winner, but I think Zaven Collins has a good shot. At Tulsa, he had... Where is it? You know, he just showed some flashes that I just think he... I mean, I think the popular belief is Micah Parsons, but I think Zaven Collins is right behind him. And I think Zaven Collins edges him this year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, I got Travis Etienne. Clemson's running back. I like what he was able to do. He didn't have a very good performance in the title game, or against Ohio State, but I mean, that was just a shocking win by them. You know, it was just one of those times where... I just think, Najee Harris is another... I wanted to pick him. It's just a thing, he had 914 yards, and he had, 914 yards and 14 touchdowns. Harris had 26 touchdowns and 1466 yards. He also had the pleasure of having the Alabama offensive line. So I'm going with Travis Etienne, if I'm pronouncing that right. Comeback Player of the Year, I'm going with Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa. In case you haven't heard of him, he's a phenomenal player. He dominated last year. He won Defensive Rookie of the Year, not Player. Did he win Defensive Player of the Year? No, he didn't. All right. He almost won Defensive Player of the Year, though. Even last year in his rookie year. So, that's pretty good. Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's going to be a close second, trust me. I think he can really do well. Prescott. I think he can thrive next year, but I think he's not going to get close to the value that Nick Bosa does. Last year, he was a big reason why they won the NFC title game against the Packers. He had... Where's the stats from last year? Alright. 9 sacks, 25 QB hits, 16 tackles for loss. He's a beast. He's going to win comeback player of the year. Coach of the year, I'm giving it to Joe Judge. I think the Giants are going to make the playoffs. Winning the NFC East? Second place in the NFC East. I'm going to get to Joe Judge. Giants are going to be back in the playoffs, and Joe Judge is going to be the reason for that. So he wins that. So, Defensive Player of the Year, I'm giving this to Myles Garrett. I wanted to give it to Donald again. I just feel like that's a little bit of a stretch. 4th time in 5 years. Obviously, there's reason to believe he can do it again, but I'm going to give it to Myles Garrett. 12 sacks last year. 4 forced fumbles. He had 48 tackles. In 14 games. He didn't play the last 2, so... Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year next year. Browns make the playoffs. Offensive Player of the Year. I'm giving this to Jonathan Taylor. I'm gonna be bold here. Last year I was bold with the Offensive Rookie of the Year. I wanted to give it to Jonathan Taylor, but I didn't. But Jonathan Taylor's the real deal down there, I'm telling you. 1169 yards last year. 11 touchdowns. I think next year he does even better. And I think he wins Offensive Player of the Year. MVP, this was a tough one. I'm going to give it to Josh Allen. I think he edges Aaron Rodgers. I think he edges, he overcomes the hump that he had. Aaron Rodgers is the hump right now, and he's going to overcome that. He's going to get over the hump. So those are my awards. Quick review. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Zaven Collins. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Travis Etienne. Comeback Player of the Year, Nick Bosa. Coach of the Year, Joe Judge. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. Offensive Player of the Year, Jonathan Taylor. MVP, Josh Allen. Now we got the playoffs. The biggest one. Alright, so I'm almost done here. I got a minute and a half left. Here we go. Wild card, we got Packers versus Rams. The 2-seed Packers with the 7-seed Rams. Packers come on top here. They're in Lambeau. They just beat the Rams. They just scored 30 points against them. I know they got Matt Stafford, and that's great. They're going to come close. But the Packers are going to win this by a score of 35-31. Buccaneers versus Seahawks. Unfortunately, the Bucs have too many weapons and are ultimately going to beat the Seahawks by a score of 31-24. We got Giants versus Cardinals. Football team versus Cardinals. No, it's Giants. Giants win the division. All right. Giants versus Cardinals. Because I think the Giants are actually going to edge the football team next year. Just a gut feeling. I don't know. I think they're gonna edge it. But unfortunately, they're gonna lose in the first round of the Cardinals. By a score of, let's give it 33-24. 33-24. On the divisional round, we got Niners versus Cardinals. Niners, another team with too many weapons to bet against. They're going to beat the Cardinals by a score of 35-27. We got Packers versus Bucs again.